All right. Hello, vinyl community and record collecting community. This is JT over here at Revolver CDs, and I'm going to try to do the Rob Walker vinyl tag for 2024. Try again to do it because I already tried to do it once and that didn't go so well. But anyways, we'll do it again. Probably the last person to do this, or one of the last people to do this, because I'm just really took quite a while to get it together and set it up because everything's packed away and everything's a mess here. So anyways, let's go ahead and start with it and see if I can get through this. Okay. All right. We've got the favorite record or album purchased in 2023. Now, a lot of mine are going to be CDs because I've been purchasing a lot more CDs than vinyl in the last couple of years. I do have a lot of vinyl, but most of it's stored away, so I don't have a whole lot of vinyl to show. Although for the first one, I do have both the vinyl and the CD. But my favorite purchase, which I can't believe I didn't have that before now, is the Who Live at Leeds. This is such an energetic live performance. I mean, this is probably my favorite live album now. I'm not a huge fan of live albums, but there are several that I really, really like, and this is definitely probably my favorite one. I would say definitely my favorite one. I didn't even, when I looked at it, I saw the songs titles and I wasn't even really that impressed, even for the longer versions of them. But I was going through a Who phase at the time and I wanted to hear it. So I said, oh, well, I'll go ahead and grab it. I got it off Amazon, listened to the CD, and I mean, I was just really totally impressed with this Live at Leeds. So I do have it on vinyl as well. And all the years that I had it on vinyl, I never actually spun this thing, which is kind of crazy. Of course, I'm kind of bummed now that I can't really listen to it because the record player's dead currently. But hopefully that won't be forever. And this one's really cool because it comes with all the little inserts. And, you know, you got all these little things here from the little collectible thing. This is one of the coolest insert collections I've seen in a record. Pretty much ever in all the records I have. I have about 1,100, 1,200 records, and this one's really cool. But anyways, this was my favorite, this technically, was my favorite purchase for 2023. All right, let's see what the next question is here. We've got the last purchase of 2023. That's going to be Stan Getz Serenity, thrift store find. Got this for 50 cents. This is live in Copenhagen, 1987. This is really awesome. I'm not as big of a jazz aficionado as some people are, I'm sure, but I was very impressed with this. I like Miles Davis and Coltrane and like Pharoah Sanders and some of that more hard bop type oriented stuff. I do like Stan Getz. I do have other Stan Getz albums. I was expecting this to be like a soft jazz, you know, because it's a West Coast jazz type sound. But this actually was upbeat at times. I really liked it. I rated this on Rate Your Music, and I gave it a 4, which pretty much everybody else gave it a 4 too, which I was kind of surprised. But I gave it a 4, and I'm going to have to check out the other half of this. It's another album called Anniversary, which I'll probably listen to it online to see how that goes. See if I like it as much as I do this one here, Serenity. I wonder if it's more upbeat, probably. But I don't know. This one really was pretty upbeat. Let's see. The next question. A band that released 2 albums the same year. And we've got the Black Sabbath self-titled, 1970. And then in September of 70, we also get Black Sabbath's Paranoid. So Black Sabbath, and with their self-titled debut album, and Paranoid. And of course, everybody pretty much knows these albums. I actually picked these up. These are new copies on CD that I got. You get these from Amazon, and they give you the free downloads, so you can listen to it on like their Amazon Music app or whatever it is. So I haven't even opened these yet because, of course, I have them other places as well. But I wanted to get these with the digipacks because they were really cheap, anyways. I think I got this one for like $7 or $8, and I think this one was like $6. But anyways, they were a great deal at the time, and I wanted to complete the nice, clean, new Black Sabbath CDs that I got. So this is a great album, obviously, and of course, this is also a great album. All right, let's see what the next question is we've got here. The next question we have... all right, let's see. What decade of music would you choose? Now, this one was kind of tough for me because I do like the 50s. I like Elvis. I like doo-wop. And I like the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s a lot. And there are a lot of bands in the 70s that, you know, I would miss. But I'm going to have to choose the 60s, because if you don't choose the 60s, you don't get the Beatles at all, and the Beatles were the deciding factor, in that decision there, because you're not going to give up the Beatles. So it's going to have to be the 1960s. So I know that Steve at All the World's a Stage says that you would pick one that was the decade that you became a teenager in, which, that's not my case, so I guess I'm one of the outliers there. But the fact of the matter is that I would pick the 1960s because we could not lose the Beatles. So that was kind of an easy one for me. Now, show a record with a member or a group from Manchester, and Manchester, England. I assume that's what they're talking about. So this was a tough one. I had to use Wikipedia. I had to cheat on this one. Now, I was going to pick the Hollies because I knew that one, but I saw somebody else had already done that, and I haven't looked at a bunch of these vinyl tags. I've probably seen about 10 of them so far. But I picked the Bee Gees because of Robin Gibb being from Manchester as well. I'm assuming his brothers were as well. They didn't say that in the wiki, but I did not know that they were from Manchester. And I do have the Bee Gees here at hand, so I picked the Bee Gees for the Manchester artist. All right, let's see here. We got number 6. Which band or singer did you listen to the most? Well, in 2023. Well, it's probably going to be the same every year. It's pretty much the Beatles, right? So this is a Russian import. Technically, it's probably a bootleg. This is a Russian version released with Please Please Me and with the Beatles in it. I think that's what it says. Yeah, with the Beatles. Don't know if it was Meet the Beatles or With the Beatles, because I listened to both of them so many times. But when the Please Please Me had its anniversary, I listened to Please Please Me probably 10 times that day in different formats, because I wanted to hear which version I liked the best. I still think that the German stereo version is probably the most punchy and live sounding, but the original mono from England is definitely a very punchy recording as well. Got really listened to these. I probably heard every single song off these two albums in 2023. Probably heard them at least 30 times, I would say. Maybe even more. But yeah, for the most listened to artist would have been the Beatles, typical. Show 7 7-inch records. All right, this was another tough one. Now, I do have 45s here at hand because I have them on a display hanging on the wall. Probably not the best thing for them, but this one's not. So anyways, here we go. I've got the VJ copy of Thank You Girl with the flip side of Do You Want to Know a Secret for the Beatles on VJ. Yeah, that one's pretty neat. I've got the Rolling Stones, Have You Seen Your Mother Baby Standing in the Shadow, with a flip side of Who's Driving My Plane. That's an unusual one as well. I'm sure a lot of people have this, but I hadn't seen it for a while, and I'd been in the record store business and in record stores. I've been in record stores, going in and out of record stores since I was like 2 years old. But I had worked in a record store from 2001 till 2009. So I hadn't seen that one before. Of course, we did sell mostly CDs. The other one is Gene Pitney. With the A side here is True Love Never Runs Smooth. Gene Pitney was my favorite artist when I was younger. And my favorite song by Gene Pitney is Donna Means Heartbreak. And this is on Music-Core Records. I want to say this is like, it doesn't have a year on it, but I'm going to say it's like 1960, let me get this wrong now, 63. He's 63 or 64, probably 63. Anyways, I know that True Love Never Runs Smooth is off Only Love Can Break a Heart album, and that's his second album. The first one was 62, so probably 63. All right, the next one we have here is a original copy of Delphi, La Bamba's Ritchie Valens. Here we got Ritchie Valens, La Bamba. And Ritchie Valens doing Donna, so it's a double A-side type thing for Delphi Records here. This one's a little rough, and most of these 45s I have are pretty rough, so. But they're up there on the display. And we've got, to go with that one, we've got Buddy Holly and Love Is Strange with the flip side of You're the One. You're the One's the song I like better off of this one. I played it several times when I played drums for a while. Playing in band and stuff. Anyway, playing in a band and stuff. Anyways, this is one of my favorite Buddy Holly songs. I think this might be his last 45 that they released. Let's see, the next one we've got here. This one I got at thrift store. This is No Matter What by Badfinger. got it because of the Apple label. I don't have any Badfinger 45s other than this one. This one's a little messed up there, but like I said, most of these are just like hanging on a wall. Carry On Till Tomorrow is Flipside, and I have never played this, so I'm not really sure what that's like. Let's see here. Well, we got the last one here. This one's the good one, right? All right, we got the Beatles again. We got Help, and this is on the Capitol Swirl label, which is really cool. This is from '65, and its flip side is I'm Down. I'm sure everybody has these, and everybody's heard these songs on here. Anyways, I think Help is a different mix than the regular version that's on the whatever they're putting out now for CD on it. Of course, they probably remixed. Well, they haven't remixed Help yet, but I mean, I guess they did in the red and blue things, but I didn't get those. So, anyways, there's my last 7-inch there. Help. All right, let's see what the next question is here. Go back to the phone and look here. All right, who would you have come to your party if you had a party? Okay, well, I probably wouldn't have a party, but I would have John Lennon, definitely, Bob Dylan, and Miles Davis would be my choices for the first three. The third one was going to be a difficult one because I wanted to pick classical music artists, so you know, that they could all sort of commiserate with one another, right? But anyways, I would probably pick either Beethoven or Mozart for my classical artist, and I was going to pick Beethoven because I think he'd be more easy to get along with the other three fellows at the party. Anyways, let's see here. Name an artist. Number 9. Name an artist that passed in 2023. Okay, well, I know a lot of people already did this, but I'm going to do this one because it's really important. Anyways, Jeff Beck, of course. Rest in peace, Jeff Beck. He will be greatly missed. Of course, I had Yardbirds stuff. I've had his stuff, Jeff Beck group. I went back, and like everybody does when somebody passes, they go and they listen to everything they've done and all this. And I went through and listened to a lot of stuff they did. I wasn't really into the his jazz fusion stuff before, but I got into it. I really liked it. Actually, I found pretty much everything I listened to by Jeff Beck. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and he will be greatly missed. Rest in peace, Jeff Beck. All right, the next one here. Imagine if you could, number 10, imagine if you could only listen to music from one country, what country would it be? Well, that's easy for me. That's England. England, because, I mean, you've got Led Zeppelin, you've got the Rolling Stones, you've got the Kinks, you've got the Beatles. I mean, you've got tons of bands, the Sex Pistols, the Clash. You know, there's just so many bands from England. I would miss all of the soul music, all of the hip-hop music, all of the music from the United States, Elvis, you know, doo-wop in the 50s and 60s. I would miss all that, and I would miss a lot of the Canadian bands like, you know, Rush and bands like that. But I would have to say if I had to choose one country, it would be England, for sure. All right, the next question. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Number 11, the 3 VC channels that you discovered in 2023. Well, I started watching Steve at All the World's a Stage in 2023. I'm not sure. I've been watching him for a little while now. Trevor Flat, Round, and Spun, who I just started watching recently. And I watched his vinyl tag. That was pretty cool. And MGK Boston, I pretty much have watched him most of this year, I believe. So I really liked that channel as well. Okay, let's see. Number 12. Show an album you bought as a teenager. Okay, let's see here. That's going to be, and this is actually a double 45, but it's going to be Beatles Magical Mystery Tour. Now, I first bought the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour when I was probably 13 or 14 on CD when it came out in 94. But the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour on vinyl here, the double EP one, I got when I was 18. So that still counts as being a teenager at that point. So either way, it was when I was a teenager. I do like the CD better than the double vinyl one because it does have Strawberry Fields Forever, which is my favorite song. Anyways, next question. Number 13. Show a funk or soul record. All right, well, I just had to grab what was close here, and there's not a whole lot here, but I've got Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions. This is a really cool album. I like this a lot. This has Higher Ground on it. Anyways, there's my funk or soul record, and it's, you know, it's a little bit of funky soul, so I guess it kind of counts for both of them, right? That kind of works, right? All right, show a record that everyone has and show a record that no one has. Well, let's go with everyone first, since that's how it's in order here. We got Abbey Road. I think pretty much everyone here has Abbey Road. Anybody that's into records or CDs at all is going to have Abbey Road. So that's the one for what everyone has. And then one that no one has. Well, this one's going to be a little bit of a cheat, but it is here. Anyways, this one is going to be my record. Yeah, I have several demos that I've made and recordings that I've passed around to friends and stuff, and this is one of them. This is Electro Fry My Soul. This was my group thingy that I was doing called EFX. I did this in 2013 or 2014. And I think there's only 3 or 4 copies of this out there, so I'm pretty sure no one on here has this. If they do, I would be extremely shocked. Let's see here. Number 15. Show a record that you bought by a female artist in 2023. Now, I don't have a whole lot of female artists that I purchase. I don't listen to a lot of female artists, but 2023 was actually kind of surprising because there were several that I did buy. And my favorite out of those I'm going to pick is Laura Nyro. I got Laura Nyro's Best Of album, which I've listened to, and then this here, which is Eli and the 13th Confession. This has Poverty Train on it, which is really good. It has Eli's Coming and Stone Soul Picnic. This is it's a great album. And she has a beautiful voice, a wonderful voice. And I really, really like Laura Nyro. So that's going to be my choice for female artist that I bought last year. All right, number 16. Have a favorite video that you have posted and a favorite video that you have seen. Okay, well, that's going to be kind of difficult. Well, not difficult at all, actually, because I have only posted one video on this channel. Now, on my other channel, which I do toy reviews on, I posted lots of videos. But on this channel, I only posted one video. So that's going to be my one video. It's going to be my favorite that I posted. Now, my favorite video that I have seen, I'm going to have to say Jeff Witcher's deep dive for Physical Graffiti. And that was awesome. I loved it all the way through. I thought it was excellent. But that scene in the graveyard when In My Time of Dying was playing, that was just totally awesome, artistic, cool video. So awesome, Jeff. Great video. I love that. That stuck in my mind for days after seeing that. I really liked that video. All right, number 17. Show a record you would describe as a 90s classic. All right, well, I'm going to do 2. These are CDs again, of course. But, yeah, Use Your Illusion 1 and Use Your Illusion 2. Now, there were a lot of hit songs off of both of these, so I would describe these both as a 90s classic album, for sure, definitely. All right, number 18. If you could walk into any cover, look through your collection, and choose one. Okay, well, Sgt. Pepper, of course. I mean, not because of all the people that are there, right? You know, but because the Beatles are there. So, yeah, I would be on the album cover that the Beatles are on. I guess I could have picked Abbey Road for that matter too, but why miss out on missing like Edgar Allan Poe and all these other cool guys there, right? When you can meet all of them. Well, none of them are really alive in here, so we'll have to pretend that they're all alive and it's not just a picture, right? All right, show a record. Number 19, show a record that you're so familiar with that it plays like a greatest hits album. All right, another CD here, but I do have this on vinyl as well. As a matter of fact, I used to have this vinyl used to sit over the counter in my CD store, even though we didn't really sell vinyl, we just had CDs. But this is one of my favorites of all time. Cream, Disraeli Gears. Plays like a greatest hits to me. I mean, yeah, there's certain songs missing. It may not have every single greatest hits that Cream ever did on it. But, I mean, it rolls with, like, Strange Brew, Sunshine of Your Love, World of Pain, Dance the Night Away, Blue Condition, which you got, what is it, Ginger Baker singing the vocals on there. This is just awesome. She Walks Like a Bearded Rainbow was a friggin' cool song. Absolutely love it. Anyways, Cream, Disraeli Gears, that plays like a best of or a greatest hits to me. Awesome. Anyways, the next one, number 20. This is the last one, so we're almost done here. That's cool. So let's see what we got here. Show me an album that was released in 1974. And I had a hell of a time trying to find an album that was released in 74 that was right here by me so that I could pick up. Oop, you all saw it there already, didn't you? Anyways, I went with Kiss, Hotter Than Hell. I love this album. This is probably my favorite Kiss album. Well, actually, my favorite one is probably Alive. But this one is probably my favorite studio album. But anyways, this one here, Hotter Than Hell, one of my favorite Kiss albums. 1974 release. So there's my album for 1974, Kiss, Hotter Than Hell. And I think I made it through most of them there, if not all of them. I'm shocked that I finally was able to do that. And I'm sorry that it took me so long to post it on here and get it up on the site. I hope to be able to do more music review videos and more record review videos in the future, because right now I only have this one and the other one. But hopefully I'll get to be on here a little more often and talk a little bit longer and say a few more things. I really appreciate Rob Walker and his vinyl tag. I think it's awesome. It gets a chance to know new people and what they have, and it's a good icebreaker for the whole thing. Well, anyways, I hope to see you all soon, and thanks for watching the video if you checked it out. And y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time.